Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to our class. I am your instructor Adil Raza and today we have discussed a lecture on grammar and vocabulary. Particularly this will concern with the vocabulary and today we will try to understand word patterns. So let's explore our SLO firstly. Identify and correctly use patterns of word changes that indicate different meanings or parts of speech. So students, the SLO is stating that we have to witness the different changes, different shifts which comes in the words. Is that clear? Like if a word is in a form, then that word transforms into another form. Like in the verbs, have you ever listened that verbs have different forms like ing form, ses form, ed form? Yes students, is there anybody who have an idea? But we are not talking about the conversion into different forms. We are talking about the conversion from one part of speech to another part of speech. Like the verb is this verb if it has in the second form, if it is in the third form, or if it is in the participle form. But we are not talking about those word changes. We are talking about that if a word is a noun and we add or subtract any alphabet in that word, and then that word becomes an adjective or an adverb or a verb. Is that clear? So today we have to discuss such type of word changes, such type of pattern change in the words. Is that clear? So let's find out what is meant by the word patterns. So students, word patterns refers to how words change in form to indicate different meanings, grammatical functions, or part of speech. So students, if we look at the words, we have different types of conversions, we have different types of pattern change. Firstly, the word change in terms of their meaning. Secondly, the word can change in terms of their grammatical function. Thirdly, the word can change its part of speech. So if we take an example of the change in meaning, then how it can be? Like we can say that symmetry, unsymmetry. Is that clear? If we add a prefix, what is a prefix? Is there anybody who have an idea about the prefix? What is meant by the prefix? Yes, Muhammad. बहुत अच्छे. So he said that a chunk of a language, a chunk of a word which can be added at the start of a base word. Is that clear? Like un is a prefix. Is that clear? So if we add a word un or in before a word, like we have a word complete, and if we add a word in, incomplete, so don't you think the meaning is changed now? Yes students, the meaning is changed now. So firstly, the word could change according to their meaning. Is that clear? Secondly, the words could change according to their grammatical function. Like the verbs do. If we have a verb, a simple verb like talk, and if we use that verb in present indefinite tense with the third person singular pronoun with third person singular subject, then we will write the word talk as talks. Is that clear? We add a s. Is that clear? Same is the case when we have to write that verb in a present continuous tense, then what we will write? Talking. Is that clear? So talking, talks, and talk. Both three are different, but in terms of their grammatical function. One is performing the function of a verb of present indefinite tense. Second one is performing the function as a present continuous tense. So students, this type of word change comes under the category of change in grammatical function. Is that clear? Yes students, is it clear? But today our prime focus is on the conversion in the parts of speech. How words change their part of speech. What is meant by the part of speech? Yes students, from any one of you. What is meant by the part of speech? What is the meaning of the part of speech? पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच क्या होता है? ये तो पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच होते हैं, मतलब क्या है इसका? What is meant by the term part of speech?
Hello.
Yes, from any online source.
Hello.
Yes, Mohammed. What are you saying? Word को describe करना. Okay. Yes, the last man. What is meant by the part of speech? We have discussed this concept almost 3 to 4 times within these 2 weeks. What is meant by the part of speech? Yes. Yes. Okay, so what are the parts of likhna and bolna? Noun, pronoun, adjective. Yes, what's your stance? Do you know what is meant by the parts of speech?
बोलने के हिस्से.
बोलने के हिस्से. He actually speaks something right, like this man. So students, what is meant by the part of speech? Let's revise the concept. Students, parts means the roles. Past means the roles. What is meant by a role? The specific function which a word perform within a speech. And what is meant by speech? The spoken and written form of language, the used form of language. Is that clear? So which function a word is performing, which role a word is performing, which part a word is playing in the speech and written context is considered as the part of speech. Is that clear? And what are those roles? What could be those roles? Those roles are actually 9. Is that clear? Some grammarians said that these roles are actually 8. They don't count the article, but if we count the article, so we have 9 different parts, 9 different roles which words can play within a sentence. Is that clear? So students, what are those roles? What are those parts? Yes, noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, article, conjunction, interjunction, and the last one. What's that? Let's start from the first one.
Proposition.
Proposition. Is that clear? So these are the 9 roles which words can perform in a sentence, and that sentence could be in the spoken form and can be in the written form. Is that clear? Yes, students. So students, like we take the example of a movie in our previous lecture, that an actor is performing a role of a villain in one movie and the same actor is performing the role of a hero in the second movie. Is it possible or not? Yes, is it possible? So students, the same is the case with the parts of speech. One word is performing the role of a noun and the same word is performing the role of an adjective in the second sentence. Is that clear? And most probably it is also possible that in the third sentence the same word is performing the role of a verb within the third sentence. And it's also possible that the same word becomes adverb in the fourth sentence. Is that clear? But when an actor takes the role of a hero, he do a different makeup. He come up with a different attire, different looks. But when he comes up as a villain, then that person must have to carry a different look, a different makeup, a different face. Is that clear or not? Is it clear or not? So same is the case with the words. If a word comes as a noun, then that word may modify its form And when that word comes as an adjective, then it's also possible some of its form may alter. Is that clear? Not the complete form, but some of the form. जैसे एक character, मतलब विलन बना तो मूछें बड़ी कर ली, बाल बड़े कर लिए, शक्ल सेम है, बात समझे हो? Is that clear? इसी तरह एक word, उसकी attire, basic attire same रहेगी. Is that clear? The root word will be same, but the prefix and suffix will change. With the change of the prefix and suffix, the word will take a new look, a new part, a new role. Is that clear? Yes, students. Is it clear? So let's move further. Many English words can change their form, but not all of them. I am saying it again. Not all words can alter their shape. Not all words can transform to another form. Is that clear? Not all nouns can transform into adjective, and not all the adjectives can transform into adverb. Is that clear? Only out of 9 parts of speech, only 4 parts of speech actually alter their roles. And what are those? Yes, students. Verb, noun, adjective, adverb. बहुत अच्छे, बहुत अच्छे. So इसने बिल्कुल ठीक कहा. Why these 4 can change their role, why these 4 can shift their role, and why the other cannot shift their role. We have discussed this concept. So students, at the day when we discuss the parts of speech, we have discussed that in parts of speech we have 2 different types. First is the closed classes of parts of speech, and secondly we have the open classes of parts of speech. Open classes of parts of speech means that in those classes, in those categories of the words, there can be new words added. Is that clear? It's a possibility to add new words into that category, like new nouns can be added into the English, new verbs can be added in the English, new adverbs can be added in the English, but new articles. Have you ever listened? Some new article is arriving. A, an, and the fourth one is coming. Yes. New preposition. Is it possible? In English, we have a new preposition. No, the prepositions are the same because preposition is a closed class. हम कास्ट के बाहर रिश्ता नहीं करते, इनका वो हिसाब है. Is that clear? They don't take up the new words from any source. Is that clear? The same is the case with the interjunctions. The same is the case with the conjunctions. So these all are actually the closed class of words, closed families of words. Is that clear? And what are the open families of words? Noun, adjective, adverb, and verb. Is that clear? Only 4. और ये जो word transformation है ये भी इन चारों के दरमियान होती है. Is that clear? Yes, students. So many English words can change their forms to indicate different meanings or functions in a sentence. So maybe a word is performing the function of a noun, then he turns into an adverb to perform a different function, then that word could be turned into a verb to perform a different function. So because due to performing different functions, due to the necessity of performing different functions, a word can change its form. Is that clear? Word patterns and parts of speech are closely related because changing the form of a word often change its parts of speech. Is that clear? कि जब उसकी शक्ल बदलती है तो उसका पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच बदल जाता है, बिकॉज दैट वर्ड शिफ्ट्स इनटू अनदर रोल, and when that word shifts into another role, it means that now he is playing a different part in the speech. Is that clear? So let's move further by adding prefix or suffixes. This is the important thing. How can we alter the shape of the word? Like he said that if we want to make a hero into villain, we have to add some hair, some mustache, and some, we can say that, some bracelets in his hand, such type of attire. He's saying that some rings with a huge stone. Is that clear? So he's saying that if we want to make a hero into villain, we have to add something. Is that clear? And if we want to make a villain into hero, we have to subtract something. It's possible that we have to cut his hairs, clean his mustache, Is that clear? Take off his ring and bracelets. Is it clear or not? The same is the case with the words. If we want to change the role of a word, we have to add something new to that. We have to add some suffix, some prefix. And what is meant by the prefix and suffix, we will discuss it later. Most of you will know, I believe that you have an idea about prefix and suffix, but we will discuss it sooner. Is that clear? So students, if we want to change the role of a word, what we have to do? We have to add some prefix or suffix into that word. Is that clear? Yes, students. So let's move further. By adding prefix or suffix or by altering the word itself, a word can be transformed from one part of speech to another, which changes its role and meaning in a sentence. So students, is it clear? Yes, students, is it clear? Like now we have an example. Like we have a base word analyze, and what is analyze? Analyze is actually a verb. Is that clear? Analyze is actually a verb. And what is the meaning of the word analyze? To examine something methodologically and in detail. So what is a noun? If we make an analyze into analysis, if we remove z and e and add sis, so analysis, what is analysis? Analysis is a noun. Is that clear? To do analyze is actually analysis. So what is analysis? The process, the name of the process which we done in analyzing. Is that clear? So students, if we want to make it an adjective, what it will be? Analytical questions. Have you ever listened this term? Analytical questions. A word which is based, a question which is based on analysis. Is that clear? So here the word analytical is performing the role of a describing word. What that word is describing? The analytical is describing the question. Is that clear? Yes, students. So we have a word analyze, a verb, then we remove z and e and add sis to make the name of the process noun, and then we turn that noun into, yes students, adjective. And how we turn that noun into adjective? To adding tical, tickle, to end of the word, and analytical becomes an adjective. And lastly, adverb. Analytically. So students, it's a very common rule. If you want to make some adjective and adverb, what you have to do? You just have to add ly. Adjective plus ly become adverb. Is that clear? Quick. Quick guy. What is quick? Quick is an adjective. And if you want to transform that adjective into adverb, what you have to do? Quickly. Is that clear? Yes. Is there any example? ly laga do. Is that clear? Steadily, patiently. Is that clear? Fastly. These all are the examples. So students, now we have to look at the word changes. Firstly, the prefix. We can add a prefix to alter the meaning of a word, but most of the time when we add a prefix, it's a very rare that a word alter its part of speech. Word may alter its meaning with adding a prefix. What is a prefix? Prefix is a chunk of language. Is a chunk of language. Why I have said the chunk? Yes, students. Because it doesn't have a proper meaning independently. If that group of alphabet or that alphabet have a complete meaning lonely, then we can say that a word. Is that clear? What is a word? An alphabet or a group of alphabets having a proper meaning is called a word. But we can say prefix and suffix are actually the chunks of language. Why they are the chunks of language? Because they doesn't have a complete meaning, a proper meaning independently. They can give meaning, when they are used with a particular word. Is that clear? So that's why I have said that a chunk of language which adds to a word. Yes? You want to drink water? Okay. So students, when we add something before the word, then that is called prefix. So that chunk of language which we can add before the word is called prefix. And I have said that most of the time the prefix doesn't alter the part of speech. Most of the time. Rarely it can be possible. Is that clear? And if we said that that chunk of language which could be added at the end of the word is called a suffix. Is that clear? Prefix. What is the word pre? Pre means before. Is that clear? And suffix at the end. Is that clear? That chunk of language which could be added at the end of a word is called a suffix. Is that clear? So most of the time we add a particular suffix to alter the part of speech. Is that clear? If we want to change the part of speech of a word, we have to add some particular suffix. Like in the analysis, firstly we have add a suffix sis, then tical, tickle. Is that clear? And lastly ly. So we add three different suffixes to make a new form of the same word. Is that clear? So students, we use suffixes, but students, to make different patterns of the word is a very difficult thing. We can memorize some rules, we can go through some rules, but if you want to learn all the rules, you have to go through the morphology, a particular branch of linguistics or grammar in which we learn how to make words, how to alter words, how to transform words, how to make new words. So that's why we will not go for the morphology. We just go through the concepts. We have go through the concepts. Now what you can use? You can use a dictionary. Is that clear? You can use a dictionary to find out that we have a word and we want to get to know about the adjective of that word, and now we want an adverb of the same word. So you can use simply a dictionary instead of doing that, because you have to do a smart work. Is that clear? You don't have to go for like what is the rule for this word, what suffix I have to add. You are going to search out that suffix and then you will add and then you will make a sentence. Instead of doing that, what you have to do, you have to write a word on the dictionary, and in the dictionary it is also enlisted that it is the verb form of the word, it is the noun form of the verb, and it is the adjective form of the verb. So is that clear? Yes students. So what's your homework for today? So you have to use a dictionary to find and write different word patterns for the word advocate. Is that clear? You don't have to make it by yourself. You just have to search out on the dictionary, and what you have to do, you have to enlist its all the forms. Is it clear? So students, if you have any question, you can ask. Here we have different examples that verb is converting into noun, adjective is converting into noun, nouns are converting into adjective. So here we have different examples, and these all examples are very much familiar to you because I choose very easy words which are understandable for you. Is that clear? But I have said that you don't have to alter the words by yourself. You can alter the words by yourself, but not more than your understanding. Is that clear? As much as you can understand a word, as much as you can transform a word, and you are sure about that this transformation is very much right, you can do that. But instead of making a huge decision that a word is not known to you, a word is unfamiliar for you, and you want to alter that word, instead of doing this experiment in the paper, what you have to do, you have to search out in the dictionary. Is that clear? So students, this is your homework. When you will search out the word advocate in the dictionary, and you can search out more words, many words other than the advocate, any word which you like, you can go out and find the verb form, the adverb form, the adjective form of that word. Is that clear? Is it clear? And then what you have to do? You have to use all of those forms in different sentences. Is that clear? Because the primary purpose of changing the words into different form is to use them in different sentences. Is it clear? Yes, you have to make a sentence with the adjective form of adverb. You have to make a sentence with the adverb form of advocate. You have to make a sentence with the noun form of the advocate. Is that clear? So students, if you have any question, you can ask. Yes, from the online. Is there any question? So students, here is the worksheet which I will assign you, and here is a list of words, and what you have to do, you have to make their noun form, adjective form and verb form. Is that clear? And if you are able to make adjective form, you can make adverb form very easily, because how can we make adverb form? Adjective plus ly. Is that clear? So the simplest rule to transform the word is from adjective to adverb. What you have to do, you just have to add ly. Is that clear? So students, this is the worksheet which you have to complete, and you can use dictionary while completing this worksheet. So students, if you have any question, you can ask. Yes, any question? कोई question? कोई नहीं? Yes, from online participants. Is there any question? So, okay, students, thank you very much. If you find any question,
No.
you can ask in the next lecture. Allah.